What's up? This is BoxingWave. Today I wanted to speak on how social media has influenced boxers. Okay, we already had boxers that were famous. We had boxers that had all kind of money. But now we're in a different era of this sport. And a social media era. You know what I'm saying? We're in a social media era of sports, of celebrities. You know, whether you're a movie star or you're a famous rapper or a famous music artist of any type or whatever. Social media, it has influenced all kinds of people. Okay? They want their business to be put out there. You know, everybody wants people to see what they're doing and who they're with on a daily basis. Okay, and there's several boxers and that I'm going to speak on in particular in this video about and I want people to understand, like, I don't think a lot of people really fully understand the kind of era, the kind of culture that this sport has turned into. You know, I'm going to speak on it, how social media in its relation to boxing, okay, and why boxers make some of the decisions. Why I think that why they make some of the decisions, and why I think it's predictable. Well, their decisions are pretty predictable. You can tell what kind of character these guys are outside of the ring. It's not about just the interviews and stuff like that. You can see, if you follow their moves on social media, you can tell what kind of person they are. Now, the other day I made a video about Amir Khan. Okay, I said that Amir Khan, I questioned whether he's really ducking Kell Brook. And I got mixed reviews on it. A lot of people want to see the fight with Kell Brook. Now, I felt that it's long overdue. Okay, these are two of the more popular boxers in the UK, and they're around the same weight division. So I think they should fight. I think the fight should have happened. They've been in talks of it for a long time now. It's been like maybe a couple years old, like where these guys could have fought by now. You know, Amir Khan was just offered whatever amount, whether it was 3 or 5 million or 8 million. He was offered a lot of money to fight in the UK after being turned down from Floyd Mayweather. And basically, he was offered a fight with Kell Brook and he turned it down. Now, I question whether Amir Khan was ducking. Not ducking overall, but I mean, at this moment, is the fight with Kell Brook the best option for him? And I questioned it, you know, because look at his other options. And if you read the news, if you guys, I've seen you guys do videos on it, I've seen people talk about it, he might have a chance of fighting Floyd Mayweather if he fights and beat Adrian Broner. Floyd Mayweather has publicly said on social media, during the interview, that if Amir Khan fights and beat Adrian Broner, that he will give him a shot in September. That's what Floyd Mayweather said. This is why I said that Amir Khan didn't take the fight with Kell Brook. This is exactly why, because Amir Khan wants to be on that Floyd Mayweather card. I knew it. I didn't know who it was going to be. I didn't know if it was going to be Broner or Porter or Thurman or Guerrero. But all I knew is that Amir Khan wanted to be on that Floyd Mayweather card. Now, the reason why I thought that is because I follow Amir Khan on social media. You know, I follow him on the Instagrams and the Twitter, and I can tell by the way he moves that he cares about being famous. He wants to be famous. Why do you think he dismissed the Kell Brook fight so fast? And the way that he did it. He thinks he makes himself feel like he's really too big for Kell Brook. Like, he thinks he's that famous. Whether you're Amir Khan a fan or not, he really thinks he's more famous than he actually is. He likes the limelight. You can tell on social media. He goes out, he takes pictures with a lot of celebrities that he meet. You know what I'm saying? He you know, he's just out and about. You know, he likes to be in the mix of other boxers and other celebrities in general. He likes to be in the mix. He's one of those fighters. Not every fighter is like that. There's a lot of fighters that are more humble, that's more about, you know, they're more family oriented. They're more about just taking care of their family and being the best boxer. Amir Khan is about being the best, but at the same time, he's more, I wouldn't say that he's flashy, but he's just more kind of out there in the mix. He likes the fame, you know, he likes to be talked about. He likes his name to be in the mix as far as on a popularity standpoint. You get what I'm saying? So I kind of, with the way he dismissed Kell Brook, he kind of did it in a way where he thought he was just not even in the ring, but I just got that feeling that he did it in a way where he thought he was just too good for Kell Brook. Like, I'm too good. Like, that's a step down for me. I'm gonna be on the Floyd Mayweather card. I'm gonna fight Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? That's the feeling that I get from him. You know what I'm saying? Now, another example. Canelo and Angulo. If you guys, I don't know if you guys seen it, but the first All Access video was up on the other night, and you could tell in their video that they're more like family-oriented type of guys. You know, Canelo cares a lot about his father, his brother. You know, he's, even when we seen it before leading up to the Mayweather fight, he is a very family-oriented guy. So is Angulo. He cares a lot about his daughter. You know, he donated his hair for charity for cancer. You know, this guy, I've seen this guy cry like twice already. You know what I'm saying? Angulo, El Perro, the killer. You know, the dog. You know, this guy is a really nice guy when you watch the show. You know, these guys are really all about their family. They're not, you don't see them in the mix trying to run and chase celebrities and being flashy and throwing money and doing the strip club. They have the money to do it. But these guys, you know, Canelo probably go horseback riding or something. Like, he cares more about his family. And whenever he is on social media, he's just promoting a boxing match. He's showing you videos of him training and stuff like that. He's not really, and being with his family. He's not like Amir Khan, you know, partying, chasing celeb. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. We all have done it. I've done it myself. You know, I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna get to Adrian Broner. I'm gonna get to Mayweather. I'm gonna talk about all of these guys. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that Amir Khan is younger. He's in, and not only that he's younger, but he cares about being famous. You don't see pictures of him with family and kids. I don't even know if he have kids. You know what I'm saying? He's just not that type of fighter. So it didn't shock me that he wants to be on a Mayweather card. I said it in a video. He wants to be on that Mayweather card. And guess what? He might be on a Mayweather card. You know, now look at Adrian Broner. You got Adrian Broner, guy that is making videos, sex videos, recording it and leaking it online. Now, I don't know if he leaked it online, but I know that he recorded the video. Okay, he might have shown it to somebody or extended someone, and they might have leaked it online. He's, you know, we've seen him on All Access. You know, he's all about popping the bottles in the strip club, throwing the money, you know, driving fast cars, you know, having a bunch of women. He's all about that social media life, posting it on Twitter. You know, him and his girlfriend are having issues with each other. He's calling her out on the Twitter account, and then when they're good and everything is happy, he's, you know, they're all in love together. They're on vacation. Look, me and my boo, me and my girl. You know, that's Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? He puts everything on social media. You know, he wants to put, he's hosting parties in the club. He's in the club. Come out to the club. We all in the club popping bottles, throwing money. That's the way they do it. Floyd Mayweather, the same thing. Maybe not on the way that Adrian Broner does it, but, you know, he's a little older now, but at the same time, he's still the same way. You know, he shows his house, all of his cars, his Bentleys, his Ferraris, all of them are in white. We see the lifestyle. We see that he has like 10 women living in the house with him. You know what I'm saying? He puts that all on social media. You know, a lot of guys, you know, and you know what, a lot of guys, let me just bring up one point real quick. A lot of you guys leave a lot of racist comments in my YouTube, and I never spoke on it on none of my videos. I just spam them and block the person that sends them. But you know, you guys go into this whole thing about black people. Whenever I pick a black fighter to win, like I picked Timothy Bradley to beat Pacquiao, you go into this whole rant about black folks, and you know, about how we are and how flashy, we just flashy with big mouths and stuff. And you know, no, we're not all like that. You know, a lot of black folks have money and they don't use it the way that they did. That once upon a time when I was younger, I used to like to go to the strip club and stuff, but I always been responsible with my money. You know, I'm not gonna get into in details what I do with my money. Well, and then we're not all like that, you know. And I'll give you an example. Look at Timothy Bradley. Look at the way he carries himself. You see it on 24/7. He's just like how Angulo and Canelo is. He cares about taking care of his family, his wife, his kids. He's close to his dad. You know, he's not in no big crazy house. You know, he takes care of his family. That's what's important to him, and being the best fighter. That's all that's important to him. You don't see him online promoting parties in the strip club. You don't see him doing any of that. That's just not the way he handles it. And he's black. You know, so don't. You know, I just wanted to bring that out there. But the main point that I was trying to make here when I'm making this video, a lot of people don't understand why some boxers make the decisions that they make and do what they do. Social media has influenced them. Before it was just money and the fame. Now it's money, the fame, and social media. These guys want to have a lot of views. They on their pictures. They want to have a lot of followers. You know, they want to be in the mix of the social media guys, you know, and put all their business out there. Social media has closed the gap between celebrities and normal people. They're not all one. You know what I'm saying? And it's a fact. I met plenty of celebrities off social media that I'm friends with, that I have their number in my phone, that I've hung out with, that I slept over their house. You know, I partied with these people. You know, because social media has closed a gap. And you don't have to be no groupie to get around them. Sometimes they want to know what's up with you. I'm not going to put any names out there because it's none of your business. But social media has closed the gap. You know, guys that are celebrities are, you know, they're linking up with girls from their social media account. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You got models and all kinds of girls that, you know, before you would think that they could sleep with, they could get with any woman in the world, but they choose some girl that's on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Social media is very real. Like, it's real, and it influences, and it has a lot. It's major to these guys. These guys have a bad day, they put their feelings on social media. We have seen now how normal these celebrities are. They're not just all rich and living a glamorous life. They have problems just like we do, and they put it all out there. They want people to see what they're doing, whether it comes to relationships, their friends, you know, the homes where they're gonna party at. Everything is all on there. Their thoughts on topics on the news, some of them are not educated at all, and they put it out there because they have access to it. They're normal just like us. They just might be famous, or they might have more money than us. But we're in the era of the social media. We're in that era now. You know, 78 Sports made a great video the other day comparing Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather. Muhammad Ali fought for a lot of things. He was in the time of segregation, the civil rights movement. You know, he didn't want to go to war. He did the prison. He did time midway through his career. And, you know, he compared him to Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather hasn't done any of those things. But Mayweather grew up in a different time. See, Mayweather grew up watching guys like Mike Tyson, a guy that was worth $400 million, blew all his money. You know, Mike Tyson had the cars and the girls and all of that. Now, a lot of other guys that's coming up under Mike Tyson does the same thing. You know, a lot of other guys coming up under Floyd is doing the same thing. Example, Adrian Broner. You know, you got the Adrian Broners out there. You got Andre Bertos, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that type of lifestyle. You guys got to stop judging people from that type of lifestyle. We're in a different culture. We're in a different era. People are brought up differently. You can't keep judging them based on what they do online. You know, it's just the way it is. They grew up in a different time than you, than even me. You know, I mean, I see people that's grown, people older than me. You know, they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s on social media trying to keep up with their kids. You know what I'm saying? Doing what their kids are doing. You know? So, we're in a different time. You know? I mean, whether you think it's silly or not, just respect the boxer for what he does in the ring. At the end of the day, that's all I care about, what you do in the ring. All right. So just leave your thoughts or whatever, and make sure you subscribe.